Okay, cool. I think we're live.
Hi?
How exciting. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna have to...
This is my first piece of analysis. Why is Quagsire facing the wrong
I
way
don't
in that
understand
picture?
either. I don't get it. Oh, fuck. I need to, announce that we're doing the stream. Wait. How do I... Oh, here we go. That was gross. Okay. Announcements. At competitor. We doing a live stream of Season 2's live draft analysis. Come through. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball F. A live
I have a ping from Discord.
Analysis of La Liga de Pokemon Season 2.
Me when there's a second season of La Liga de Pokemon.
Not poggering, that's for sure, because that's that is now redacted. Okay, and I'm just gonna spam this in self-promo everywhere.
Spam it.
By the way, if anyone's in chat, let me know if Peachfuzz is loud enough. If I have to turn him up, I can.
They're gonna say like, let me know if Peachfuzz's feet smell bad or something like something.
Big stank.
Yo. Thought I was getting called out for a moment there.
Yo, big stank. ABB. Streams. I'm posting it literally everywhere. Not that it probably doesn't matter. It's fine.
I'll attract 1 or 2 viewers, and that is worth it in the end of the day.
Fuck yes.
The grind never stops. Secure the bag. Hashtag. The grind never stops.
Why is Quag turned around? Evie said it too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have.
On stream. Why is Quag? It's kind of funny though. Like of all the mods, it's Quag.
I'm not sure. I could probably look it up. What Pokedex number is he? He's like 200 or some shit. Let's see. I think the image that it's pulling from in the Pokedex is just fucked. I think that's why. So
of all the mons, it was Quag. Maybe it'll happen again to another mon. I mean, Tyrantrum is facing sideways, but nobody's batting an eye about that. Actually, Tyrantrum would look really weird head-on. I feel like I've never seen that before.
In the anime, I think it's been done.
Maybe in the wild in Sword and Shield, but
true.
How that game looks.
True. So, welcome everybody. Let's actually get it started. Welcome to La Liga Season 2. Live draft went very well. We absolutely obliterated all other slow draft records by a wide margin.
People actually leaving their picks. Crazy.
Thank God. So we got 16 teams. We got 12 weeks. It's going to be a good time. Just a couple things, I guess, before we begin. I am officially announcing it here that I will be bringing back the Team of the Week and not doing it the same way I did last time. I don't want to edit it, so I'm just going to stream it because it's easier, so yay. That's going to be fun. Week 1, I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to pick someone that won this week just because then we can kind of talk about it briefly and make it a little bit interesting.
Yeah, a little talking point. That's true.
I'm going to have to do 2 a week at some point because we only have 12 weeks and then we have playoffs, and I want to do all of them before playoffs begin. So I will have to figure that out. Yeah.
Double features.
Yes, sir. And that will include my team, but my team is not great right now. I'll talk about it, but it's fine. Actually, with that said, do you have anything else to say before we begin?
Alright, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room here. Why do you only have 1 ice switch in on your entire team?
Yeah, so okay, so I guess we are starting. Oh man. So okay, this is what happened. My initial draft was Gardevoir into Caesar. So here's the problem. I really wanted MtE on the team. I kind of forgot that Caesar can't bullet punch in Psychic Terrain. So then I was like, fuck, what do I do? And then he got sniped anyway, so I was like, okay, well, I really can't take it now, what do I do? So I took Heatran. I then realized later that I have a big ice weakness, and I'm like, okay, I need to subvert it somehow, and my tier 5 was going to be Typhlosion. I did not choose Typhlosion because Heatran was there now, so I was like, okay, I don't need Typhlosion anymore. So what tier 5 can I get? Frostlass! Nope, get sniped. Okay, cool, so I guess I'm just stuck. Because tier 5 ended up being one of my last picks. I think it was like my 4th last or 3rd last pick. So I was like, okay, I'll just go with whatever. And then I realized after the fact that my ice weakness is astronomically bad. But it's fine. Because as long as it is literally off the charts.
I mean, other than the ice thing, that's kind of the easy thing to talk about with this team. But like outside of that, I think the offensive potential of this team is very high. It feels very hold forward to me.
Yep.
With the bulky offense things kind of being Heatran, Gardevoir especially, Crocodile, Chestnut. I guess Tyrantrum has good Fizz Def, but who cares? It's there to click one button.
Yeah.
I'm actually a very big fan of Tier 4 Tyrantrum. Like that was just such a prepping problem.
Yeah. Well, as a tier 5, it is quite the mon in this game. I think it's one of the few dragon types in the low tiers that I really enjoy as a whole. Like, I think it has really good offensive presence, has really good move pool, really good ability. Across the board, it's just a good mon. It just, like, lacks a couple things. I can't remember off the top of my head. It lacks the speed. Lacks special defense.
Scarf, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Def is bad. And it could miss the head smashes as well.
Yeah.
It's only 80% accurate, and we all know what happens to you with those. So.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the whole psychic terrain aspect of this team. Expanding Force Gardevoir is gonna hurt. I hope you have a dark type, but then again, Gardevoir is a fairy type, so yeah. Good luck prepping with this team defensively. I think the name of the game is gonna be having a Choice Scarf Ice Clicker.
Pretty much.
Just every time that comes in, it collects like one kill and then gets revenge killed by Staraptor or Crobat or Tyrantrum or something.
Yeah. That being said, this is my first time really experimenting with high speed mons. Peachfuzz could tell you for sure that every draft league I've had up to this point has had really slow Pokemon on the team. Not typically on purpose, but it was just like, I like bulky mons typically, I like tanky mons. It doesn't happen very often that I would get a team that's very fast, but I wanted to try speed this time, and I do have 5 mons actually at 100 or higher base speed. So I have a lot of potential for speed, but now I'm lacking in some other parts.
Too. Heatran, Tyrantrum, Crook are all good Scarf, and DD, I guess, are all good Scarf users as well, so you still have to think about the threat there.
Yeah. Scarf is going to be a big deal too. That's kind of what I was getting at. So overall, I do like my team. I do think I'm in for some trades at some point, but I think I kind of... when I was looking at the trade options I could do, it all kind of depends on other people trading the mons that they don't want, because a lot of the mons that I want, other people have right now, so it's kind of rough. So for now...
Find you an ice type.
Yeah,
There are usually some good ice types in tier 5, but maybe they all got drafted. Is Cryogonal there? Cryogonal is still there. So
yeah, I considered Cryogonal, but I wanted Misdreavus or Miss Magus.
I think that's pretty much all there is with this team. Hazard games, hazard setting looks pretty good. Defogging, kind of centralized, but you got Staraptor, Crobat. Crobat's a very good defogger.
Yes.
Because at the minimum, it'll get the one defog off because it's faster and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this team's going to hold forward. Make sure you prep well for it defensively.
Absolutely. With Peachfuzz's team, now see, the difference between my team and his team is that Ice type sucks. Ground type, on the other hand...
Okay. Whoa. Ground type's not that bad, though, because Rotom has Levitate, and this chart does not account for that.
Gotcha.
So
you
instead
have...
of being 4 weaknesses and 2 resists, it's 3 weaknesses and 3 resists.
Got it.
Unless you have Mold Breaker. Then
so...
you're just a god. I don't know.
Got it. So in this case, then, what we're keeping in mind here is Actually, yeah, you are pretty even across the board. I would say like rock is probably your worst one
Pretty
then.
even. Rock and water are tied for my worst like problem.
Yeah.
Especially rock. I think my only good rock switching is Nidoking, because my other one's Mienshao, and that is not bulky. But like I guess
Yeah.
Tyranitar is a decent rock switching. Corviknight's a
Sceptile.
decent rock
Oh,
switching.
Sceptile's frail.
Yeah, Sceptile's a little frail. Yeah, so I really wanted... We put Azumarill into Tier 2 in our tier list discussion, which I heavily disagreed with. And I told them, I was like, I'm going to draft this with my first pick if you put it in the tier.
I think it's a tier 2. I don't know, bro, but whatever. It's
I
here.
took Tier 2 Azumarill with my first pick, and I thought, well, what can I pair that with? I want some momentum to get it in, so I took Corviknight for the Steel Dragon, or the Steel Fairy combo there. And then I was like, Water Fairy, what can I combo that with? Grass Dragon? Sounds cool. Didn't really think too much about it outside of that, but like,
Yeah.
Sceptile is a fast cleaner, and Azumarill is a thick breaker. You know, it's a pretty good combo, I think.
Yeah.
Lower tier stuff, I really like Meloetta in tier 4. Always wanted to draft it. Feels like it's got good potential. The rest was kind of just like, okay, what else can I kind of fit in here? I thought a fighting type seemed really good offensively. And then with my last pick was Tyranitar. It was a really tough choice between that and Victini. I want Tyranitar because my hazard game, I think, is the big weakness of this team. I have Corviknight, so like that's going to be my defogger pretty much every week, but it's my only defogger, you know?
Mm-hmm. You have 3 single-type Pokemon as well in this team. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
I have every type covered, so
yeah.
I think I have 1 of every type, and then the only type I have 2 of is Electric, with Charjabug and Rotom.
Yeah.
Although those 2 Pokemon do not share any weaknesses, so...
I also think that, like, you're probably not going to bring both of those anyways. Like, it's not really, like, deterring your team building in any way. You'd probably bring one or the other. I feel like it'd be very unlikely for you to bring
Unless
both.
I'm like, oh, Sticky Webs and my Spec Shadow Ball is gonna go crazy. But yeah, I think a lot of my drafting here was basically like, okay, what slots do I... Like, what things do I still need on my team, typing-wise? And, like, speed tier-wise. I think my speed tiers are nice and balanced there.
Yeah. EB chiming in saying, bring Water Absorb for Azumarill. Definitely, I agree. That's why you put a Quagsire on your team, because he's broken.
I mean, Flare probably still hurts the Quagsire. Like,
I mean, I could calculate.
If you have a water absorber that's faster than Azumarill, that's like the big counter, but there are not very many of those.
Yeah.
As it turns out.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I know exactly the one that Eevee's thinking of. Cough, cough, Volcanion, hard counters Azumarill. But nobody took Volcanion, so...
Wait, I thought somebody did.
And then, I don't think so. I'm gonna I'll be the fact checker of that this stream, but
True.
Yeah, no one did. Yeah, and Azumarill, I mean, if I see a hard counter, I'll probably bring it anyway and just click some fat knockoffs, you know? It's either Belly Drum or it's Choice Band. You gotta figure it out.
Man, I should take Volcanion. I'm thinking about this now. Anyways,
right now, I'm not dealing with this Azumarill.
Holy shit. Honestly, like thinking about it right now, I totally could, because I could use a steel type in a lower tier. It'd be perfectly fine. Anyways, I think your team overall is really good. There's not really anything I can say about it that I would... Well, okay, I really love Wish, and there is no Wish on this team.
There's no Wish on my team. I feel like my team could really use a Wish with T-Tyr, Azumarill.
I thought Meloetta learned it, to be honest.
I remember I was trying to get a Wish Passer, but I just couldn't seem to fit it in. I was maybe going to get Umbreon, but it's a tier 2 Umbreon. It's expensive.
Yeah.
I might switch to that Umbreon plan later in the season. We'll see.
You also have a lot of Steel Resists, I noticed. And I think that is kind of a big deal, because, like, kind of makes it so even if you didn't want to bring EQ on T-Tar, you can kind of get away with, like, other moves on him without really needing EQ now, because you have so many Steel Resist to begin with. It's going to make people not want to bring Steel.
I am going to say that in typical me fashion, I've drafted a team that is really difficult and weird to build with. I feel like the moment you draft a Azumarill as your water and your fairy type, your team is instantly just going to be weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes.
There's still some, like, good picks in here, though, overall. I think your physical side is stuff that I definitely love. So, like, we got Corviknight, we got Mienshao, we got T-Tar, I guess Nidoking technically, and then Azumarill is a Pokemon I've used before. It's not one I'm particularly like crazy about using personally, but I do.
Huge power.
This is all subjective, by the way, but
gigantic power.
Yeah, huge power with a Y. Good team, like it. Okay, MtE's team. I helped him make this team to some extent. He really wanted to pull in the gimmicks. He really wanted it. So like, I have to talk about Swoobat right off the bat. There was definitely a debate.
Look at the team. Gotta talk about the tier 6.
Yeah, there was definitely a debate about Swoobat versus Bibarel. I said that he should have got Bibarel, particularly because Swords Dance E-Speed, or whatever the hell it is. I think it's Swords Dance Quick Attack. Aquajet, that's what it is. It's disgusting.
If it had E-Speed, that would be incredible.
It would be incredible, right? Because then I think it'd have better stats than Lineman, I think, too, at that point. Which would be huge. But yeah, Swoobat is still very, very good. Getting Calm Minds off of this thing is nasty. Very scary in a pinch. But I don't know how much it's coming out. On the other hand, you have other gimmicks too. I would kind of put Orbeetle in the gimmick territory. Like, obviously, you have like the sticky webs and stuff.
I think Orbeetle's very, very good bulky thing that just like U-turns or puts up screens and sticky webs and toxics and recovers.
Yeah,
I think it's actually very, very, very good, especially as a tier 4.
It's
in leagues where Baton Pass is legal, Orbeetle is cracked. But here it's just like pretty good.
It's a good support.
Hariyama is a tier 5 I actually really love.
Yeah.
He's got the double thick fat mons on his team.
Yes.
Hariyama and Mamoswine. So don't be fooled by the fire resist there, because he actually has 2 thick fat mons. That thing doesn't account for abilities. Same with ground. He has Rotom Heat, which actually resists ground. But
yeah, he doesn't like his glaring weakness right now is flying, from what I can tell.
I think Ghost is actually like somewhat more of a weakness. Like, I am clicking Shadow Ball against this team, Poltergeist. The only resist is Mega Houndoom.
Yeah, and Houndoom ain't really hitting.
If rocks are up, is probably still going to get 2-hit killed by Shadow Ball or Poltergeist.
So pretty much, if we're looking at it like from a distance, Florges is really the only thing that he can use for Shadow Ball, like to take the Shadow Ball.
Yeah, I mean, you could use Houndoom. You could use, Assault Vest Hariyama is pretty good, actually. Rotom Heat could be built that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gudra's Spadef is off the charts, so maybe even Poltergeist is better than Shadow Ball. But I feel like we're a little fixated on the Shadow Ball thing right now.
I would argue... Oh, yeah. Speed tiers...
Speed tiers look pretty good.
Yes.
115, 108, 90, 86, 80, 80. It's pretty much covered it. I like the amount of, like, Spadef committed things and the amount of like Fizdef committed things in this team. Like, you've got Gudra Florgs for Spadef, and then Fizdef you've got Steelix and Delmise as well.
Yeah, built
any one thing that like quote unquote doesn't have any switch-ins, MtE probably has a switch-in for.
Yeah. He built a much more defensive team this time. In general. Or I guess it's just more bulky, tankier mons in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, Hariyama's not necessarily... Sorry.
Outside of, like, Swoobat, I think everything on this team is at least decently bulky.
Yes. I mean, Swoobat can just Calm Mind. Yo. There it is.
Yes, suddenly +2 Swadef.
But yeah, I think the two big takeaways, if you're trying to, like, fight this team, it's gonna be Flying and Ghost for sure. I think Flying especially, though, like, after our discussion of Shadow Ball, like, because there is AV, there is Rotom, but with Flying, like, there is no Assault Vest for defense.
Yeah, there's Rotom and there's Steelix for Flying. So, like, if you're Brave Birding, Steelix is probably, like, a very good switch-in, but you gotta play carefully with it if you're MtE.
Yeah, so, you know, if you have Staraptor, it's free real estate. And guess who has Staraptor? Anyways, Charizard Checkers.
Yeah, I think it's a good, well-balanced... very bulky team. I like that he just spams tier 2s in the money mons. I love it when teams do that. I feel like it's the best value you can get.
That's for Charizard Checkers?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at MtE still. Charizard Checkers.
He
also spams tier 2s? Oh,
yes.
He also spams tier 2s.
Yes, I was gonna say, I was like, wait, are we still talking about MtE? Yeah, no, Charizard Checkers also spams tier 2s. And it is all tier 2s I love. Huge fan of Bisharp, huge fan of Galarian Weezing.
Yeah, Bisharp's alright.
But me and Peachfuzz have this conversation a couple times before.
I'm a notable Bisharp hater.
If you want to make it a tier 3, I have no problem with that. I'll just sweep your entire team. So, but
let's see with this team.
Like
I'm not fooled by that ground resisting thing because they have 2 levitators. But...
3 NFEs, by the way.
Rue, that's a lot of with item clause. You need to violate on like all of those.
Yeah, I feel like Scyther can get away with not having. I think it has something else, right? It usually runs.
Backmark can also run like Specs or Scarf or something.
Yeah, Scyther does something.
Scyther's actually more of a boots user, really.
Yeah, that's right.
So this team has Dragapult.
Yeah.
And notably, when you have a nice offensive Ghost type, you usually want to pair it with a nice offensive Dark type. Because Dark loses to what? Dark loses to Fighting, which Ghost, you can switch in the Ghost and like be immune to it. Dark loses to Wait, I had a thought train here and I've lost it. But Absol can also close combat the normal types that might wall out Dragapult. One of the gripes I've noticed right away is why do you have Bisharp and Mega Absol? I think you don't need 2 Swords Dance Sucker Punchers. They have the same counterplay, you know?
It's sort of interesting. Like the problem I have with Mega Absol, and the reason why I've said time and time again I think it's one of the most overrated Megas in the game, is that it can't run a sash. It literally can't. It cannot run a sash.
No, you can only really get Swords Dances off of the fear of them finding a switch into your Absol.
Exactly.
General Absol counterplay. Don't let it Swords Dance for free. Just don't.
Having a sash is going to make or break your situations where you can actually get a sweep late game even though you're literally cornered. That's why
I don't think Absol needs a Swords Dance that much. Its attack is like 150. What is it?
It is 150, yeah. It is very good, but you have to make it work against like a lot of different wall breakers, and physical wall breakers are not hard to come by, especially in Draft League. Thankfully he has one of them, so it's not as bad. Like Galarian Wheezing, having that is kind of nice, so then that's one less to think about. But even regular Wheezing, I'm pretty sure could wall this thing. It doesn't take much.
It learns psychic. I think it learns a psychic move though. So.
Zen Headbutt maybe.
On that one a little bit.
Zen Headbutt maybe.
Psycho Cut, I think. Or
I'm gonna.
Zen Headbutt.
Actually, I'm gonna move this over here so you guys can see it too. Good God, I gotta do some F11ing. The magic of F11. Okay, here we go. Unfortunately, that means I can't tab. Okay, we'll just keep it on F11 for now, but Absol... Mega... Psychic. Learns Calm Mind. Haha.
So low-key, why does Mega Absol have 115 special attack? It's actually tied for the most special attack on the team.
That's actually very fun. I didn't even notice that. It learns Zen Headbutt and Psycho Cut, so it does learn the two usual suspects.
Yeah. I think offensively, the combo of Dragapult Absol is very good, especially when it's being teleported in by Slowbro. I do be liking the synergy here.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Doesn't really... I usually love Galarian Wheezing, but as a tier 2 and without a Wish Passer, I'm not counting Absol as a Wish Passer, without a Wish Passer on your team, things like Wheezing and Virizion and Rhydon and Bronzong could get just chipped down to the point where something else on the other team might sweep. But it's hard for something on the other team to sweep when Dragapult has 142 speed. It's just right there. 2 Sucker Punchers.
Wheezing with Pain Split is one thing you can do to alleviate that, but it really doesn't help that much. It doesn't help in every situation. It's also very... it's very situational. Like, you can, like, Pain Split on a switch to a fully healthy Mon, and that's, like, a big deal, but you still have to make that happen, and it's not very easy, as someone that's taken Wheezing multiple times in draft now, so...
Yeah. This team, I feel like it's pretty good. The weaknesses and resists are pretty balanced, I find. Don't be fooled by the ground. There's 2 levitators. I guess if there's a Mold Brick or Earthquake, you're in trouble. But
6. Jesus Christ.
No, it's only 4. It's only 4.
Oh, Levitati, right? Yeah, but
they have Wheezing, they have Bronzong.
But heat proof though. in general.
I think the ghost the ghost buttons, the shadow ball could be a problem because your two
Yeah.
resists are Absol and Bisharp, and they're not really that bulky, especially speaking. So,
Yeah, that's what I tried to take advantage of, and then I still lost, so, it's
but
fine.
anything that's clicking shadow ball is gonna get revenged by Absol or Bisharp or Dragapult.
Mm-hmm. Overall,
Yeah,
good team.
I
Pretty
like
solid. I would say,
some good, defensive things to rely on, and then offensively, just the combo of Absol Dragapult is probably enough at the end of the day. But then you also
yeah.
have Raikou there. I don't know why. My only gripe is like Bisharp and Absol. Maybe
My
it's just
my
looking for a
gripe
tier 2 steel type, and
my gripe
it's
is
all
too many
there.
NFE mons because it makes it so your team looks like you are essentially bringing guaranteed like 5 out of 6 of the mons on your team every time. It kind of puts you in a hole where it's like you don't have a lot of variance in your team, and it's kind of my problem too. But like, for example, Mega Absol might not be useful in every game. Mega Bisharp might not be useful in every game, so that's probably a 50-50. And then you have the other 6 Pokemon on the list that are like possible, but if you're bringing Bisharp, you're probably not bringing Bronzong 2. You're probably not bringing Double Steel.
I feel like at the end of the day, Bisharp is the only thing here that I'm like, is this ever coming? Because you have a steel type with Bronzong, you have a dark type with
With Absol. Yeah.
Bisharp does pretty much the same thing that Absol does.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's sort of what I'm getting at is you're going to end up bringing the same team a lot. So I don't like teams that do this, and I have that problem too. So definitely something to look out for. But in general,
there's some decent threats.
Yeah.
Amongst the lower tier things of the team.
Fair enough, I guess. I would consider this one of the better teams for sure, but it's a tough one to call until we see some games with it.
Loner Lombre.
Loner Lombre. So this one is going to get switched out quite a bit.
We're gonna get switched, so there's probably not much to really talk about then.
Yeah, the coach switched, but like if we're talking about the live draft itself and talking briefly about the team that got live picked, I do really like the team. I have very few quandaries with it. I've talked to the person about it before they left the league about like how they saw what they did, like how they picked it, and they were kind of going with just trying to take as much advantage of Excadrill as possible and working around Excadrill as much as possible. And I think that's a great idea. But the rest of the team is like super supportive. In the lower tiers, especially, like you have like Tentacruel and Blossom. I'd say Throws support more than offensive, to be honest.
I love Throw.
he's not doing much else. Fortress is not doing much else. Rotom Wash is like, it's not really hitting hard. You can make it hit hard, but like, why?
I mean, yeah, you're here to basically like, you've got your big pivots, and then you pivot into either Excadrill, Latios, or Weavile, and that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
that's the idea here, and I like that.
So just kind of supporting that offensive core of Excadrill, Weavile, Latios, which is again just terrifying.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to it. I do like it.
Yeah, hazard game. They have 6 hazard removers. Count them. So I guess just don't bring those or something.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a pretty nuts team actually. One of my only gripes is that there's a speed tier drop off from 86 to 50. So if I'm running something with, say, like 80 speed, I can't possibly outspeed these things. I can just run full bulk on that thing for free and not really be punished for it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too recently with like a lot of teams in this league. They have these really big speed drop-offs, or they only have a couple
You don't
Pokemon.
want gaps in speed tier. There's a pretty big one there.
Yeah. If you're gonna have like slow mons, typically you'd want them to be pretty strong, at least in my opinion, like so they're like still a wall breaker technically, even if they're slow.
And the weakness resists of this team look very, very balanced. Like honestly some of the most balanced shit I've ever seen.
Incredibly balanced.
Nothing here is like so frail that its resistances don't matter. Even Weavile is actually not like the most frail thing in the world. It's got 85 SPDF. So.
It's also good to note that
very
EQ
good team. Very good team.
Yeah.
The -80 Mega. Enough points for Moltres and Rotom Wash and Excadrill. But it's being taken over by someone else, so.
Yeah, so we'll see how it gets changed. I did talk to the individual that has joined us. The name is escaping me. Hydro, yes. They are They are joining the league with us, and they are going to make their changes in this week at some point. So we'll see. I see what they want to do. They were talking to me about it, and it's kind of interesting. We'll see how it goes. But I will give you a clue. Those speed tiers that you see at the top, those are probably dropping. That's what I heard.
I can't believe what I read that we're gonna might have another. Another one. Anyway, Portland Pincers.
I love this team.
This looks like a team that I would draft. What the heck?
I love
Pokemon.
Yep, I love this team. There is only one Pokemon in there that I don't like on this team. And I think it is. I truly think it's dog shit, and it's Magcargo.
Are we having this debate again?
Magcargo is dog shit. I'm sorry.
No, Magcargo's fine. What are you gonna go off about Conkeldurr?
Conkeldurr as a tier 2 is okay.
Busted.
It's okay.
Unbelievably good tier 2.
No.
Unbelievable.
No. Magcargo is dumb. I don't like it as a tier 6. I think there are better fire type and rock type tier 6s. I think it's the only thing I don't like.
Magcargo's kind of poggers, I'm not gonna lie.
Also, they took Frostlass from me, and that made me angry, but it's okay. It's a good team. True. It worked out, so...
let's see. What's jumping off the page with me about this team? I mean, yeah, I love... Individually, the value of these Pokemon, I really love them. Mega Altaria, Donphan, I mean, I had both those last season. They brought them to every game.
I will gas up Meganium every day of the week.
Meganium? Is it even good? What does that even do?
It's a really good screener. Really good screener.
Scizor is one of the best tier 1s at, like, supporting other Pokemon. Like, It literally just comes in and U-turns in, like, the Conkeldurr, and the Conkeldurr...
Wait a minute!
Or the Starmie, and the Starmie's faster than something.
Wait a minute, this person sniped me twice! Son of a bitch! Damn it. Yeah, no. Good, yeah, I'm trying to think. Some of the best... Well, I guess Rock's a problem, I guess. The Conkeldurr can deal with it.
There. Yeah. Donphan is a great rock switch-in. Donphan's like arguably one of the best rock switch-ins that you could find.
That's true, because it's what is it? It has Seed Bomb and EQ.
Well, yeah, but even then, just like as an Edgequake switch-in with FizzDef, like it's really good.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, this team just looks really good. Honestly, this might be the best team I've seen so far.
One of the best ones for sure.
Look at the hazard game. Look at that hazard game.
Yeah,
There's so much going on.
There's some really cool variants going on. I don't think you're gonna see T-Spikes from Nihilego though. It might be interesting to see though if it comes.
Yeah, you can run it. I mean, Nihilego's got very good Spadaf, so running it as a bulky thing is actually kind of underrated.
Yeah, but I could 1,000,000% see, Spikes and Rocks coming from those mons, and Webs in the situations that it needs to be there.
Webs. I'm wondering, like, who are the Webs going down for, though? That's one of the big things I'm wondering. Like, maybe Conkeldurr,
Moltres probably, because like
I'm not seeing anything in the 80 to 60 speed tier that's like this thing breaks really well but needs Webs. I guess Scizor, but that was Bullet Punch.
I feel like you could Specs Moltres instead of Scarf, and then now you have a bit more power. And Altaria as well.
Vikavolt is also just insane on its own. Like.
Yeah,
I think it's so good. I see 3 Mons on this team that I drafted last season, and I'm here for it.
For sure.
Yeah. Yes, honestly, this team in the back of my head, probably number 1 right now that I've seen.
Yeah.
I just don't know what Meganium does.
It's like I said, it's a screener. It has a pretty decent offensive move pool, but it doesn't really have the attack strength for it. But it's a good screener. It does heal itself. It has synthesis.
It's Dragon Tail.
It has Dragon Tail. it can do stuff. It's just it is a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
Anyways, good team.
And Magcargo is poggers. Moving on.
He's not. Okay, this is the Scythers.
Sydney Scythers. I'm building on this team right now, so.
So I do like some stuff on this team. There's a couple things I dislike. It happens to be in the lower tiers, but we'll talk about it later.
Right off the bat, Mega Gallade, insane.
Yep. Really good high tiers. Like, all Pokemon I like again. So, Mega Gallade, both me and Peachfuzz have used it. It is insane. Lando T, obviously insane. Arcanine, really
the double
good.
Intimidate.
Yeah, really good.
Low key, Lando T, Arcanine, Vaporeon, Electros. These are all here to pivot in the Mega Gallade.
Yep. And all four of them can really pivot into each other too if like there is
Yeah.
some trouble on the other side. Also Grimmsnarl's there too. Prankster screens,
Yeah.
Prankster
Screens are a good
T-Wave.
way for Gallade to set up. I had Grimmsnarl with Gallade as well. They're a great way for Gallade to set up Swords Dance, for Scolipede to set up Swords Dance, for Go-Goat to set up Swords Dance.
Yep. They can make a core between the two of them because you do have that Psychic Dark Fairy core that people are always looking for. You could like add Aggron in there for steel too, but I know it's usually steel, but whatever. It's a very nice core together. Those three in particular are really really strong together.
Yeah, the propensity for Grimmsnarl to allow other things to set up here is very good.
Yeah.
Wish Professor as well with Vaporeon really helps Lando T and Electros. I guess Aggron, Grimmsnarl.
With
Both
that
things
said,
that don't heal.
yeah. With all that said though,
What are your qualms?
so here are two things I noticed. The first thing I noticed is with all these good Pokemon, what do you even need Scolipede for at that point?
Scolipede busted. It's like kind of the cleaner of the team. Like, I guess you have Noivern for that, and Noivern's really fast. But like Scolipede's speed tier, I think of it as like infinite. Like this thing just protects once and it'll be faster than everything in the game. Because often the way to beat Gallade is with like revenge killers. So what do you revenge kill or revenge killer with? Something with an infinite speed tier.
I just kind of feel like Scolipede in this team isn't really needed. Like you have all these really good Pokemon, especially again like all your top tiers are Pokemon I see coming every game. I almost feel like Gallade, Lando T, Arcanine, Electros, and Grimmsnarl are all coming every game. I feel like,
I like
and then
Electros. I feel like you would bring Vaporeon over Electros most of the time. But
maybe, but like, well, even then, like that's interchangeable, and then Noivern maybe being interchangeable with Scolipede at that point, if anything. But even then, I feel like Noivern any day of the week could replace Scolipede because you already have offensive sweeping presence with Gallade. You already have offensive sweeping presence with Lando T with Scarf and Arcanine with Scarf. I don't really see Scolipede making a lot of big plays this season. But I guess I'll have to eat my words if I'm wrong about that. I just feel like the typing 2 is also one I'm not a fan of. But that's fine.
yeah, Scolipede definitely runs coverage outside of its typing more often.
Yes. And then the second quandary I had was the low tiers, but
Oh, Go-Goat is poggers, dude.
Go-Goat is good. Go-Goat is good. Go-Goat is good.
Go-Goat are crazy. What do you mean?
Go-Goat is good, but only good. It doesn't.
It's a tier 6. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Ursaring is also actually a very good tier 6. It's not dissimilar to Conkeldurr. Like its speed tier is around the same, and it clicks Guts Facade, or it runs Quick Feet randomly out of nowhere. Anything that clicks big normal button is usually like pretty strong. That being said, one of my gripes with the team actually is big normal buttons. The only normal resist on this team is Aggron, which like you're not guaranteed to bring every week. So I feel like things like Porygon Z and Exploud could kind of like just claim a kill every time they come in. But
I'm wondering.
Vaporeon Spit F is incredibly high though.
Yeah. I'm wondering if normal's going to be coming that often in general. Like I feel like a lot of people didn't pick strong normal types outside of like Meloetta and Staraptor, haha teehee. I'm trying to think of other normals.
For us two who picked normal types. And Thor here who picked Ursaring. So
yeah, like I don't know who's clicking normal moves. So I guess in that sense, like they can kind of not worry about it, but it is a good point. Dark 2 though.
There's only one resisted Dark. Yeah.
Dark
and
2.
It is Grimmsnarl. So knockoffs could hurt this team a little bit.
Yeah, knockoff is still not nice for Grimmsnarl either, to be honest.
Sometimes you switch in base Gallade to knockoff, and it gets the justified boost.
Yeah.
And then they're in big trouble.
So yeah, I agree. I was just thinking, imagine if Go-Go...
Yeah, it's a great team. It has Mega Gallade and it has ways to pivot in Mega Gallade. Good luck. Have fun. Shake my hand.
Just a thought, but imagine if Go-Go had adaptability instead of Sapsipper.
Huh?
Insane.
Huge horn leeches.
Yeah, actually. So let's move on to the Jigglypuffs here. Actually, here's a normal type. Lickitung.
True, it's not going to be clicking buttons against you, but
So why?
Lickitung?
Why Lickitung?
It's
Why?
gonna violate Wish Passer. What do you mean?
But like,
Well,
it's
huge.
is it not just worse Lickilicky
Anyway,
in every
that's the-
conceivable
yeah,
way?
That's because it's a lower tier. Anyway, looking at the actual team, Garchomp, one of the best mods in Draft League. TBH. Like, you could run Scale Shot now. You could just run like a Choice Band. You could run a Choice Scarf. You could run a bulky Rough Skin Rocky Helmet Stealth Rock.
Yep.
Insane.
I think the standout. Well, first of all, there's 3 fairy types, but also the standout mon though of those fairies and of the team, in my opinion, is Primarina. I think this thing is absolutely insane, and no one talks about it. I get that it has
Very
60
true.
speed, but Jesus Christ, I don't want to take hits. This thing is debatably more cancer than Sylveon in some situations where it's just like it takes hits like nobody's business, and it's hitting you probably twice as hard because it has that crazy special defense, that crazy special attack, and it's got a really good double typing. It's got two really good abilities in my opinion. Like Torrent, I know people like kind of meme about Torrent. It's like
You could like
whatever.
substitute yourself into Torrent range.
Literally.
Like, it's not nothing. Yeah.
Literally, but also on the other hand, you could Liquid Voice as well. There's so much going on with Primarina, and on this team in particular, I think they're going to be hard carrying this team because the 4 fire weaknesses, for example, Primarina is coming in on that absolutely free. The ground weakness, free Marina.
There's a lot of breaking power on this team. Between
Yes.
Heracross, Primarina, Garchomp, Toxtricity, Houndoom,
Heracross.
like Aggron. Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's a lot going on. The double prankster, by the way.
Yeah, and I
Beware of dark types.
don't
make the mistake.
Yeah. I almost want to say that they got sniped and they just kind of chose whatever prankster to just take away from somebody else. Because it kind of seemed weird to choose 2 pranksters, and they were both in a row, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So that was kind of interesting.
It was really one of them priority moves. You only have Aerodactyl. I mean, Aerodactyl's faster than most things alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, this team looks pretty nice and balanced. Spidef switching with Primarina, Fizdef switching with Aggron. One of my only things, Garchomp, Primarina, Aggron, Heracross, Klefki, they all appreciate Wish Passing, but your Wish Passer's a tier 6. And like you don't really want to be pigeonholed into bringing Licky every week.
Like a tongue.
Or yeah, lick a tongue. What the heck?
Yeah.
I haven't said that word in so long.
I know. Braviary might come along every so often, but I feel like you're not going to bring Lickitung and Braviary to the same battles. Like, you might, but I feel like that's kind of tough, because you also have Aerodactyl, too.
The defoggers are pretty interesting. They're all, like, mid-tier things. It's Clef, the 2 pranksters, Braviary, and Aerodactyl. And to, like, often, I had that with my team full of tier 3s, where I had, like, a bunch of mid-tier defoggers. I was like, I'm gonna bring one of them. But then, like, I would build a set on Aerodactyl, and I would build a set on Klefki, and then I'd be like, shit, I still need to bring a defogger. And then the next 2 were like, oh, these are still mid-tier, and I don't really want to bring them, but I have to. And there's some pretty frail defoggers, too. So that could be a problem. I could see this team getting shipped down into submission. If the other team can manage to find switch-ins to Garchomp, Primarina, and Toxtricity and all them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the breaking power of this team, I feel like probably might be like some of the best in the league. And the speed tiers are there too, with Aerodactyl, Garchomp, Whimsicott, Houndoom.
Also, good potential for hazards too. I didn't even notice that until now, but 5 hazard setters is also kind of nice.
Kinda nice.
But overall, good team.
Yeah.
Bird Alert.
Bird Alert.
Conman still needs to send me his fucking logo for Bird Alert. But anyways, with that said, Conman's team does not have a single bird on it.
It has Thunderous.
That's not a
So
bird.
he planned to pick Zapdos. Zapdos got sniped in like the second
Oh,
round.
no.
He made his first pick Swampert because he was like, I think Swampert's gonna get taken, and then Zapdos was the one that got taken. Zapdos Swampert, a very good combo. I used it once. It was fun. But what do we got here? We got Thunderous T. Honestly, I had Thunderous T in a draft league once. It's actually pretty insane how there do not exist switch-ins to Thunderous T.
especially
if they do exist, they're getting volt switched and going to something better.
And that's also especially considering that Thunderous T is does not use its second stab at all. There is zero flying
it doesn't
moves.
have a flying move. It does.
Yeah.
But like just volt switch is honestly good enough for something with 101 speed and 145 attack. And the volt absorb is very relevant too.
Yeah.
Because like it's a flying type that absorbs electric. That's crazy.
So there is some other stuff on this team that I do really like a lot. I like Venomoth. I think it's a really good low tier pick. Like especially for a bug type, because low tier bugs are all like there's some good ones in there that like people kind of sleep on, like Vivian, but one of the best is Venomoth, and tier 4 is a hard tier to come by, especially if you wait very late into the picks. Because you have shit like, let's see, like you have a lot of good bulky stuff in tier 4, and that's what a lot of people are going to go for, including myself with Quagsire. But there are some other good things in there really good for offensive. You have like Archeops, you have Charizard, Chinchino, they got a bunch of Delphox, but then you have Venomoth, and Venomoth is a really good pick for tier 4 here.
Yeah, and one of the things I like the most about this team, look at the pivot section here. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
Pivot.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
wait,
kind of insane.
Venomoth learns Baton Pass, U-turn, and teleport? What the fuck? This thing's insane. I mean, I probably, well... Would you run...
although I looked at that and then I looked at a lot of them are the same mons. There's actually only like 5 or 6 mons on this team that are pivotters. I remember he picked Grumpig and I was like, what does that thing even do? I've not heard that name in years.
So okay, let's look at this move pool. I know Power Gem's in there.
Yeah, for Grumpig, I'm thinking the reason he picked Grumpig was he wanted another ice switch in, and Grumpig has thick fast.
That's a good point.
It's actually not a bad like Chiromancer Grumpig.
Yeah. Let's see.
Spadef is pretty good too. It's got 80 and 110 in Spadef. But yeah, that's just Grumpig. We don't need to worry about that. Yeah, this team's gonna pivot around a lot. I see all the pivoting, but I'm looking like, what does it pivot into? Like, Marowak, Alola, Como, set up on Comfy, set up on Venomoth, Rosario's immediate offense is good, and obviously Thunderous. Just like once it gets in, like if you don't have a ground type, or like even if you do, you could get Grass Knotted. Like,
I think I might have solved the puzzle.
Yeah.
Grumpig learns Trick Room. Look at the Pokemon, the bottom 3.
Trick Room Marowak? Yeah.
Like, and Steelix.
Does Comfy learn Trick Room? I think Comfy also does. But...
I have a feeling that's being considered.
Yeah, Trick Room Steelix, Trick Room Marowak Alola is actually very good. Pivoting into Marowak Alola is very good too, because then you click a fat Poltergeist or Flare Blitz, and what are they going to do?
They have to take it.
Yeah, this team's game plan seems very centralized, but it also seems very good and impossible to build around. I also remember comment was like the draft starting. He was like, "Fuck, I'm on vacation in a different town. Just like pick these mons for me. I don't know." So to salvage it from that, I remember I looked at the weaknesses resist there. I was like, ice could be a pretty big problem for this team, but you got Grumpig, so what's there to worry about? The resists are Grumpig and Marowak Alola, which Marowak Alola Spadef does not exist. So it's basically just Grumpig for ice.
Oh, there's Steelix.
That's not a resist.
Like it might as well be. I mean, you're gonna.
Yeah, it's got 75-95 on the Spadef resist, so. Ugh. I don't know. Also, most things that learn ice also have a water move, so or like Focus Blast or something.
Fair enough. Overall, still a really solid team. I feel like I kind of agree with you. I think one thing that they could benefit from is if Trick Room doesn't work out, you can switch out Grumpig for a Rock Mon, and that probably would help you a little bit.
Yeah, Como was a pretty good Rock Mon. But...
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Rock type. Yeah.
Yeah, or like an Ice type to be an Ice resist, you know?
Either way, well, Rock would resist ice too.
If you drop Grumpig, it does not. So, because like...
What?
No, it doesn't.
You're capping.
It does not. Rock resists nothing but poison and like bug. It's really bad.
It resists fire, flying, normal, poison. Doesn't even resist bug. Jesus. Yeah. Okay, I continue to say that Rock is the worst type in the game. I will continue to say that.
Defensively, offensively, Rock can be pretty good. But...
I mean,
this team's all right. I like this team.
Which one, Alaskan Eevees?
Bird alert.
Bird
You
alert.
can go to Alaskan Eevees here.
Alaskan Eevees. So this
Scizor.
team, um, this team is the most roller coaster team. Really a ragtag police lineup here. I love it, but it's just I feel like they looked at the types. They looked at the types and they were like, okay, I have made a team, and then they didn't consider like physical defense. Well, no, what was it? Sorry, it was special defense. They didn't consider like their offensive presence between physical and special.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't
special
know.
defense, you have Latios and Araquanid. Like, that's all you need right there. That's Diance's there too. Scrafty's Spadef is good. So Ollie can be anything. Like,
Scrafty for special defense is a mixed bag because on one hand, you can be like, okay, yeah, I could take like literally fucking anything that isn't Moonblast. And then I'm like, ooh, it's Moonblast.
I think this team looks alright. The fact that they got a minus 40 mega and still slotted in a tier 1 into their money mons is actually kind of blowing my mind right now.
It is pretty insane.
And like, Latios, low-key, sometimes I think is better than Latios, because like, yeah, its attack isn't as good, but it gets whiffed.
It has really good support. Yeah, it's a really good support mon. It's the better of the two mons when you're in Ubers, so it is considered like
a very good dual screen user as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's sort of the thing, right?
Yeah.
MtE, I think, has just joined us. Hello, sir.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
the other thing I wanted to tell you, I think it's pretty cool. I did contribute to this team. I told them that they should run, because I saw they had Zebstrika. I wanted them to add Rapidash so you could have both the horses. And
yeah.
honestly, it's so fucking sick. Like, it's actually such a cool duo of mons to get because one of them has shit abilities and good move pool. The other one has shit abilities and great move pool. Or I think I said the same thing twice. You know what I mean? Like,
I think I had Rapidash. I had Rapidash once in a league, and I swear to God, it never did anything. There's just always something that walls out Rapidash.
I like Rapidash. It's just, it's got shit abilities, that's all.
I really like Latios Scizor as a Wombo combo there.
Yeah.
And then Gliscor is just there to... I feel like Gliscor and Scizor, they're both kind of here to like be glue for the team and U-turn around. I don't really know what like breakers you're U-turning into though. Like, there's not really a lot of breaking power on this team at all.
Araquanid, I guess.
Mega Scizor is their best breaker, but like Araquanid only breaks in water type. Like, it doesn't break anything else.
It can leech life.
That doesn't hurt though, because its attack is 70.
Yeah.
It only hurt. Only the water moves hurt because the ability.
Yeah.
I just feel like, so this team is like really, to me, this team is really holding backwards. This is a defensive team right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that works for them.
It's interesting, right? There is a lot of pivoting, but you have to remember that a lot of it is baton pass, and we low-key forgot to switch baton pass to be dry passing allowed, so technically baton pass doesn't actually matter.
Doesn't exist.
That's something we should discuss, though, for next season, but yeah, definitely fucked up on that. But anyways, with that said, they still have, what, 4 passers? Yeah. Or 4 pivots?
Momentum people. Yeah. And Savol is a very good one. Sizzler is a very good one. Glasgow is a very good one. So.
Also,
this team's holding backwards. I hope that your wall breakers manage to break through this team. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, also Webbs, by the way, is actually a big deal on this team because he has pretty low speed tier overall.
Yeah, it can get Scizor to actually outspeed some things after the Swords Dance.
Yeah. Do you have anything to contribute, Matt, since you got in
There's
late?
nothing here that I'm like, damn, once Webs are down, this thing's gonna sweep the whole team. I'm like, yes, you know. There's defensive answers to most things on this team. A lot of stall games coming for you, Alaskan Eevees.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Is there anything I did want to ask Matt before we move on, since he just joined in, if he wanted to contribute to this team at all for Alaskan Eevees.
Are you guys just like going along together in the dock?
We're in that one that Spike linked in our group chat there.
Yeah.
Good information.
It's this one. I'll relink it in the group chat.
Also, the Alaskan Eevees, their only rock resist is Scrafty. Worth noting.
That's true.
Especially when the other team puts up Stealth rock. That could hurt.
Wait, what is this? This?
This is just like
Oh no!
you were looking at the wrong thing, I think. Yeah, you were looking at the wrong thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're looking at the one I put in there.
Yeah, we were talking about the Challengers League earlier. Made by Blessed.
Something in Tier 5 that we disagree with.
But yeah, we were on Alaskan Eevees.
Wait, you went through all the other teams already?
Yeah.
Or we've gone through like half of them by now, probably more. Yeah.
Is this like recorded? Or are we?
We're live streaming right now.
Oh,
Say hello to the world.
Yo.
What?
All right, okay, cool. I'm up to speed.
All right, are we going to?
I guess we can move on. I guess.
Going to Indianapolis there.
I guess sure.
Traveling to Indianapolis.
4 solo type mons, and a Tangela is in there.
Mega Pidgeot has winning in its veins. I swear to God. But every league I'm in, this thing makes the finals.
Let's go.
It's made. Look at the pose it's in right now. It looks like a W.
It's ready to attack.
But yeah, Tapu Koko Halucha. That's the classic.
Yeah.
The classic. We know exactly what you're going to do, but how do we build around it? I guess you never know what Tapu Koko's gonna do, but.
What's the combo?
So the idea is that you go in with Tapu Koko with Electric Terrain, and then you switch into Hawlucha with Electric Seed, so that it boosts, I think it's attack.
It unburdens.
And then it also unburdens.
Oh, true.
Grassy Seed increases defense, but like you basically get a free Swords Dance off because your defense is increased.
With Electric Terrain though, it's attack, I believe. So, kind of big.
I don't think that's true. But
I'm pretty sure it's attack.
Anyway,
I'm checking.
Yeah,
right
Tapu
now.
Koko Halucha, the classic combo. You got Slowbro for pivoting around. This team is very special attack heavy. I'm looking at it right now.
It's
but...
physical defense, by the way. I was wrong.
Although I guess Tapu Koko can be physical. Wait, special... do I have this backwards in my head? What was I?
Are you talking about? Wait, physical defense is yellow.
Yeah, I just looked. No, I was just looking at the mons. I was like, what are the physical attack threats here? It's like Halucha, Drapion, Druddigon.
Coco can run attack, but its physical attack has always been notoriously less good than the special.
Actually, yeah, its special attack surprisingly is only 95 on Tapu Koko, and the physical attack is 115.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have to note about this team? Got the resist here. A lot of ice weaknesses. I mean, yeah, you've got two. The thing is, you got 2 flying types that you're probably going to bring every week with Pidgeot and Halucha. And if the other team has something that walls out Halucha, you could be in big trouble.
Yeah. Drapion is an interesting Pokemon in general. I like it. I'm not a super big fan of it, and the reason why is because it has physical defense, but its weaknesses are very physically driven types. Like, you have ground, but, like, fighting being, like, a neutral... It is a neutral type, but the fact that it's a neutral type and you now have to deal with that as a Poisonmon is really frustrating, because Poison loves switching into fighting, so not having that... Yeah, not having that freedom, and also having to deal with U-turn more so now, because Bug also is not resisted. Like, that sucks. There's a lot of problems going into that if you're a Poison type. So you kind of have to play Drapion a very different way. You kind of have to play him like, if there's a Water type on the team that you're facing that is physically Water or something, or like they're like a... some sort of bulky water, you can come in and start setting up.
It only loses 2 grounds, but it only resists like a few things, like Psychic and Grass. That's just about it. Ghost as well. I mean, it's important to have a Ghost resist and Poison. Okay, maybe it does resist things. Maybe I'm tripping. Resist 4 things. But you also sacrifice your Poison type being a Fairy resist, which is kind of important. Your other Fairy resist. You have Registeel as a Fairy resist. The Registeel is back. the kill leaderboard, Registeel is here again with wish passes from Audino.
Iron Defense Body Press.
If I were to bring a taunt user for the Tangela, Registeel, Audino, could be a problem for this team. Or like, even if you taunt the Hawlucha, it can't Swords Dance anymore.
Dredagon too. Dredagon likes to rock
Dredagon,
and...
a lot of its utility is Dragon Tail. I guess Glare,
Glare and rocks, yeah. I don't remember Dredagon for being literally anything else. I'm sorry. Dredagon is the most forgettable Pokemon.
Glare Rocks, Dragon Tail, Gunk Shot is the only set that exists on Dredagon.
Pretty much.
Bad, but...
He's very forgettable. But I will say that the moveset is very annoying.
It seems like to me it's a very bulky team plus Chandelure, Hawlucha, Koko. Even then Koko's kind of bulky. But... Or like plays as a bulky mon with Roost and Defog.
Considering that I at least as far as I know, this was the most sniped person in the draft league. By like a wide margin. This turned out to be one of the best teams in the league, I honestly think. I genuinely think that. Even with like some weird picks like Tangela at tier 5, like god, why would I don't know. And Claydol is like
on that thing.
Claydol's like alright. Even with that being said, the rest of this team is amazing, and a lot of it can like be switched out with each other. There's not really like any like the only two I think that are always coming, no doubt in my mind, are Slowking and Registeel. I feel like everything else.
Koko is always coming. What do you mean?
That's what I mean. Like they're always coming every game.
Yeah.
So, but everyone else, I think, like they are interchangeable to some extent. Like maybe Pidgeot would come every game too. But I think like everything else is interchangeable in a good way.
Also worth noting, the defoggers on this team are a little weird. Like there's 4 hazard removals, but all 4 of them are kind of strange in their own way.
I mean, Claydol, that's the whole point. It doesn't really do anything else.
Yeah, but it's got like a billion weaknesses, Claydol, so.
Yeah. With Pidgeot, well, Pidgeot's not that
can't
bad.
Wear boots. It can't wear boots.
Yeah. It's not great for a defog.
Like their best defogger is Koko, and you want like to be ambiguous with how you're running Koko. So we'll see how that goes.
So I think Kangaskid is actually in my chat, and he just said Tangela was because somebody else wanted Thwacky, and I said I wouldn't grab it so they could. Which is
sacrifice was made.
Yeah, that's a homie stock. Still doesn't make it a good pick though.
Leech Seed is pretty good, and then you like switch in Registeel or Slowking or something fat. There's a lot of fat things in this team.
But on the other hand, you could also just have, I mean, it would be double Ghost, I get it, but you could probably have just gotten Corsola Galar and just Strength Sapped. And it probably would have stalled all the same.
We'll see how the Tangela usage plays out.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I do like this team overall.
In conclusion, we'll see. Next.
I'm gonna have to go back in the vlog to hear what you said about my team.
We're talking shit. Oh, I don't even remember. It was so
I don't think I said that much negative, and I feel like a lot of it was banter. But
I think we said something about Shadow Balls, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, something like that.
Shadow Ball.
Let's go Chungus! I love the fucking team name. It's so funny.
Chungus. He took the Chungus too.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah. After I told him, I was like, "Wait, are you actually gonna pick it?" And it's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Yes, let's go." So
Tier 3.
It's very exciting. Really good picks all across the board. I keep forgetting that that fucking bear. What's that thing called? Beware. I keep forgetting that thing is not fairy type.
It's normal fighting. What do I have to say about this team? Let's see here. Zard X. Very good, very strong Pokemon.
The second best Mega in Season 1. Next to Caesar.
This team is slow.
Yeah. Well... Okay, let's see. Ninjask is the fastest.
Oh, I think Ninjask is so bad. But
I feel like those 4 are fine. I think everything under it is definitely a problem, and I get what you're saying
Yeah,
on
this
that.
team is
in that
slow until
sense.
the Charizard Dragon dances, and then this team is fucking fast.
Well, like
I'm not
Diggers.
the biggest fan of Thundurus Incarnate.
I
as a tier 1.
love Thunderous Eye, but as a tier 1, it is kind of a rough tier 1.
It kind of just to me has Prankster for like no reason. Like it's already 111 speed. Why do you need Prankster? So the ability doesn't.
Damn.
I guess has Defiant as well, but like you don't really run. Its physical coverage is very bad, if I remember correctly.
So what you would do is you would Prankster Nasty Plot or Prankster Taunt as a lead. That's the idea.
You're probably already faster than the other thing anyway.
Yes, but there are some situations where
The only
Prankster
application I can think of is if there's something really fast on the other side, you could Prankster Thunder Wave it.
You typically bring it for clutch situations where you're gonna T-Wave something early or at the end of the game. Or like if there's another Prankster mon on the other team, there's no chance that they outspeed this thing because not only are you both Prankster, you now outspeed it in general. So you now can Prankster taunt it, and now it can't do Prankster itself. There's also like Prankster Nasty Plot, like I said, for its own T-Bolts and Air Slash. I think it has as well. Dark Pulse, I think. Focus Blast. It's got stuff. It's just like you have to make it work in specific scenarios, and that's the part that makes it tough. It's definitely a hard sell, but it is very strong at what it does, in my opinion. I used it.
It's in tier 1, tier 2 limbo
Yeah.
IMO.
It is, yeah. I used it
But,
in
if
OU.
it fits on the team.
I used it in OU and Gen 6 as one of my main mons, one of my 6 main mons back in the day, so I know a lot about this thing. I do have faith in it, but as a tier 1, it's a tough sell.
So outside of that, what else is going on with this team?
Why?
I mean, it's a lot of like I like Porygon 2 to teleport into these big like Thunderous Charizard Diggersby kind of things. Porygon 2. I think this team played its game 1 already, and Porygon 2 went crazy, if I remember correctly.
Why Carbink?
Wanted another stealth rocker. I mean, you already have Celebi and Polion. Carbink, I'm trying to remember what it does outside of clicking Stealth Rock. I think that's pretty much what it does. Probably clicks Toxic as well.
It has Trick Room.
Body Press Carbink. It can't run leftovers though. Or not leftovers, it can run leftovers. It can't run a Violite.
No.
The team is also missing a Dark type, so Psychic moves might go crazy. Psychic resists are Celebi and Empoleon? Does that resist? Yeah. Empoleon, Celebi and Empoleon. So
I mean, if they're looking for a Dark type, Cacturne's right there. Broken Pokemon.
So bad, Cacturne.
Whatever.
This team... See, I feel like I'm kind of underwhelmed by this team, but then I see Zard X there, and I'm like, holy shit, how do you prep for that thing? You probably need to spam, like, physical defensive Pokemon, which kind of hurts Diggersby and Beware's chances of killing anything.
Yeah.
Special threats are, like, Thundurus, Empoleon, Celebi, Sylveon. Oh, yeah, of course, Sylveon as well. See, you only have one fairy resist, that being Empoleon. That's actually like a pretty quintessential fairy resist though. And you also only have one ice resist, which is Empoleon. So you're kind of really weighing on Empoleon defensively with this team.
I think Carbink can deal with both too, but I don't know why you would bring it.
Good. Yeah.
That's the problem. And Sylveon, depending on if it's physical or special. If it's special, like Sylveon can technically sit on those situations, and just like wish stall, but it won't last forever.
You're also leaning on Empoleon as the defogger. Empoleon is being leaned on very hard on this team.
Yeah. I think Empoleon and Charizard X were like 2 focal points on the team, if I had to guess.
Yeah, those 2 are coming every week.
Perhaps
and probably
Celebi.
Sylveon as well, because Sylveon has to wish pass to the Empoleon, or else Empoleon's gonna get chipped down and die.
Maybe even Celebi too, though, for the Firewater Grass Core.
Yeah.
Matt, are you afraid of this team?
Not really.
Is there like anything that you're interested in seeing?
It's the Zard team, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zard X.
yeah. That'd be it. It kind of just Zard.
This is our new segment at the end of every team. Matt, are you afraid of this team?
That's pretty much. I feel like if Matt is afraid of the team, then I think it is a good sell.
I'm not afraid of this
honest.
team, but they won their first game, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out.
Kind of just learned, I feel like.
Can't see FC. That's a mouthful.
So this is your brother's team, and I hate it.
But you hate it.
I
like,
hate it.
It's good, or as in?
I hate it. It has 3 Pokemon I drafted in NXDL, and it's really stupid. Except Mega Titor.
Do you know what I've never seen in my life before? Their slowest Pokemon is 70 speed.
That's true. Holy shit. I hate Mega Titar. I think it is another unbelievably overrated, terrible Mega.
It's a better Dragon Dancer than Tyranitar is.
But like, why?
Point of base 70 speed Dragon Dancing is actually a lot better.
Why are you D-dancing with Titar? Just support. Just support, bro. Like, I don't get it.
Enemy team. Look at that split F. It's 100 health and 120 split F plus 1 from the Sandstorm. Holy shit.
I don't get it. You already have a D-Dancer, you have Salamence, and you already have, like, a Swords Dancer, you have, Decidueye. Like, what's
Decidueye is a Swords Dancer, what the heck?
You can. I've done it. Actually, am I wrong? Pretty sure it's, like...
I didn't even learn that, I have no idea.
Maybe it's Nasty Plot, but I'm pretty sure it's...
Have you seen the absolute base stat total on Mega Tyranitar? Holy shit.
Sorry, I think... Wait, is Spirit Shackle special? No, it is Swords Dance. Sorry, continue. What were you saying?
But it gets Poltergeist either way. But
True. Continue, though.
So what's going on with this team? What's the deal? Two
What's
flying
the
types
deal?
in the top 2 tiers there. That was kind of... I was like, what?
They have 4 resists. They're one of the few teams that has a lot of ice resists, actually.
So from a value perspective, I think Cinderace Milotic is incredible. Cinderace, Milotic, Togekiss, that's like some of the best value you can get out of tier 2s.
Milotic is a very slept-on water type.
Milotic is busted.
You're
Togekiss
gonna...
is busted.
If you're smart, you're gonna put Flame Orb on Milotic instead of lefties, and you're gonna just sit there and stall all day long and call it a day.
Salamence is interesting. Having it and Togekiss in like the Dragon Fairy Steel core is kind of like, why are there 2 flying types there? But Salamence is interesting. Another Wish Passer, just in case you wanted that.
Wait, it learns a wish? What the fuck?
Yeah, it does. So does Shelgon. Shelgon is one of my favorite Wish Passers.
Good god.
The double Intimidate with Salamence, Hitmontop. This team seems pretty balanced to me, honestly. Too much we can pick out.
So Stoutland is there for Sandrush. And nothing else.
Intimidate. Never mind, you're right.
Yeah.
The triple Intimidate. I guess it's a niche tier 6. You know, it does that one thing. So.
Its move pool is dog shit.
I don't know why Klinklang is the other tier 6 when you already have Metagross. Like, what is Klinklang gonna do that Metagross isn't gonna do?
Wild Charge, I guess.
I guess.
That's it.
Like, Metagross probably even gets Thunder Punch.
Gear Grind is a 2-hit move. That's cute.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'll say this about Klinklang. Meteor Mash misses, and if it was up to me, I would definitely pick the Pokemon that has a higher accuracy move.
100% accuracy.
But, huge but here, Metagross is infinitely better in every other way. Just better stats. Like, even the speed being bad is really not that bad, because it's still gonna force switches because of its typing. Klinklang is not really forcing switches, being a solo steal. Solo steal is a really hard sell for a offensive mon, and let's be real, it's offensive. It's not gonna be physically defensive.
I guess one of my other things with this team is one of the only special attack threats. Special attack threats is Togekiss. I don't really see any other overly threatening special attackers here at all.
Decidueye could.
Decidueye could, but what is its special attack?
It's 100. It does have good moves. It has Hurricane, it has Energy Ball, Giga Drain, Grass Knot, it has Hex, Leaf Storm, Shadow Ball.
Yeah. But
it's got the
sauce. special breakers, all I see is Togekiss, and Togekiss often runs support. So
yeah,
see how that pans out.
You could run a special Silence, but I don't know why you would.
No, yeah, and Melodic's got 100, sure. It's called Ice Beam.
Oh yeah,
Who's streaming?
me.
Like,
I'm not doing it on Twitch. I've switched over to YouTube. I
Okay.
have converted.
What's your-
Go to go to
Sponsor,
Liga and then go to announcements. It's in there for you.
the triple intimidate team. Crazy.
Wait, what's
Yeah,
that?
defensively, he was very good, very well balanced. Offensively, very physical. Cinderace, Tyranitar, Salamence, him on top, Electivire.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty...
kind of just wish Electivire was like a special attacker, you know, for this team.
Yeah, I mean, tier 5 is Eel taken yet? Because that would probably...
Eel? I think I have Eel, and Eel's in tier 4, but...
Oh yeah, that's right, we moved it up. God. For electric tier 5s, that's tough, I think.
Or Pico, Boltons, they're all physical.
Yeah, I guess
The Rotoms are
Lantern?
there.
Lantern, I
Lantern,
guess?
the Rotoms are there, but these aren't really breakers, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. I guess at that point, switch the type to something else, like go...
Yeah. Just figure some way to get a special attacking threat onto this team.
Is there a special
Salamence,
attacking ground type in there?
Palisand, I don't know.
Pile of swine, baby.
Hello, Swine Baby. That would cover 2 types that you don't have.
Actually, I mean, ice type sucks, but Regice?
Reggie, Ice. That's not really a attacker, though, as it is like, I have 200 Spadef. Deal with me. You know.
It can click special
I
buttons.
think he'll figure it out. MtE.
This team sucks. I gotta say. This team is fucking everybody's bitches.
Wait.
My only problem is Klinklang, and Klinklang is not even bad. It just could be a better pick in that spot.
Who on your team is fucking up this? Actually, maybe you shouldn't give that information up.
We're not overbuilding here.
I just look at this team on paper and think this team fucks. This team's getting money out of here.
Yeah, the value is very good on each individual mon on this team, for sure.
And you sniped a pick of mine, so...
There you go. It's got to be a great team, then.
Who was it? I can't remember.
Metagross.
Right, that's right.
Tier 2 steel types are kind of hard to find, so it's a
Yeah.
good little snipe. Go,
Now,
Groudons!
This team also had a lot of snipes. Was heavily sniped quite often.
You know what I see?
Juanito! I knew it. I also see a Pokemon that I draft a lot, which is Weezing.
True.
I like this team. There's a couple Pokemon that I have personal gripes with, but I can move on with my life knowing that it's on a team that makes sense for it. One of them we'll get to later, just remind me. But in terms of the good stuff, we got a lot of good stuff here. Zapdos, extremely good tier 1.
That's very good.
Mimikyu, a very good gimmick.
Mimikyu.
Gimmickyu, literally. I'd say for low tiers, we actually have Leavanny. I think that's what... Yeah, Leavanny, right? That's the name of it? Yeah.
Leavanny. Yeah.
This is a really good tier 6, to be honest. Another really good bug type, in my opinion. You got... Well, Mega Gyarados is so scary. Especially with Zapdos, I think it's actually a really good combo.
Yeah, Mega Gyarados is hella underrated. That thing... What is its Spadef stat? It's like 130
Massive.
Spadef. 130 Spadef with 155 attack and Mold Breaker, Earthquake.
Well, a lot of people tend to forget that regular Gyarados has really good Spadef too, just because it gets hit by electric,
and it also intimidates when it wants. The first thing I noticed on this team, and this is my favorite little mini guessing game of building around this team, is which of Zapdos or Dragonite is gonna be the defogger, and which one's gonna be the offensive threat. We don't know. We don't.
I mean, I feel like more often
they both lose to rock, though.
That's
so
true. I was gonna say more often than not, though, Dragonite's probably gonna be it, though.
I love defog Dragonite. What do you mean?
But yeah, I guess I don't know.
That was the one time it was always defog Volt Switch, Toxic Roost, or Discharge if I didn't want a momentum.
Yeah, I guess
U-turn.
I guess you'd have to also ask the question which one's gonna wear the boots?
Yeah, that's true. They do gotta fight for the boots.
And I think Dragonite's probably the better pick because you'd want to keep that multi-scale.
So things I'm noticing about this team: does not like shadow balls.
Oh,
Shadow,
true.
so no, well, it's Gyarados, so that's a lie. It loves shadow balls. Never mind, I lied. What was I about to say? Yeah, the 2 flying types and like they both lose a rock is a whole thing. I literally just had something in my mind and I can't think. Oh yeah, the speed tiers. Their fastest thing is Cobalion. I don't really like that so much, but.
That's true. Well, Gyarados is gonna D-dance though.
Yeah, the Cobalion is probably the slowest, fastest mon I've seen so far in this.
Like
game.
in terms of non-boosting mons on the team, the slowest is going to be Livani.
Yeah, but Gyarados and Dragonite are both gonna Dragon Dance, so I don't know. Maybe it's all right.
It's hard to say. Like Golurk kind of makes up with it with Shadow Sneak. I don't really get the point of Golurk though, to be honest, on this team. I don't.
If
really
you have
get
something that has a Ghost move and a move to hit Gyarados and coverage move for Gyarados, it could be trouble. Could be.
Yes, I think Gyarados is going to be leaned on very heavily on this team. The other thing that I was going to say. Oh yeah, right. A Pokemon that I have a huge gripe with, and I have never liked this thing, never understood why anyone picks this thing in any situation when there are literally better Pokemon in higher tiers, and you can just make trade-offs for that and all that good shit. Cobalion. I hate this thing. Why is this thing even there? It doesn't have...
I think it's pretty good.
It has Volt Switch, but it doesn't have U-turn. It has... it has rocks, but it doesn't have spikes or anything. It doesn't have additional stuff to set. And it's pretty much going to set spikes, and it's going to Volt Switch in every single game. There's no chance that you're not running.
Combat is a threatening move.
But you're not running an offensive Cobalion ever. You're never going to do it. You're going to
It has
because
speed.
Wait, look at this team. You have so many physical mons already. There's no way you're not going to run attack. You're going to you might run like HP and defense honestly on this thing.
This team might not run offensive Cobalion, but offensive Cobalion could definitely be it.
I just feel like every single time I would look at Cobalion, I'm like, well, if I have offensive presence with this thing, I could just pick Lucario in every single situation. I could pick Metagross. I could pick okay, but I'm killing people. And Metagross, Klefki, all the tier 2s in Steel are significantly better than most of the Steels in tier 3 in every way. And I feel like that's the problem.
He has to lean on Cobalion as an ice switch in too. It's like that and MtE. I don't really count Mawile that much, but...
I would also rather pick Registeel than Cobalion too.
I didn't notice until you said it, but this team is very physical.
Yes.
Like it's Zapdos. That's the special attacker.
Yep,
that's it.
Wheezing with Flamethrower, I guess, and Sludge Bomb.
Maybe Dragonite, maybe Wheezing. Xatu, I'm not that scared of. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get the point of Cobalion on this team, nor Golurk.
They needed a nice switching.
Nor Golurk. I don't get it either.
Like Cobalion, it's the fastest thing on the team. What do you mean? But like also wants to run rocks. MtE.
I like Golurk, but he should have some more special presence.
MtE, are you scared of this team?
A little bit, but like not really. It's moderate.
I'm gonna run my Rocky Helmet thing that can deal with Zapdos, and I'm probably gonna be fine.
He's got some threats there for sure, like some solid ones, but there's definitely a lack of special.
Yeah. With that said, I've said my piece. I don't know if anyone else has anything else to say before we move on.
I don't know what Mawile does, but
nothing.
It has Intimidate and then like nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. It sure does exist.
Super fang, and like toxic, and I don't know. Iron Head,
it has sheer force in case you want to make it even more useless because it doesn't use it at all. So.
West Coast Walreins.
Cool. Mega Slowbro, overrated. Cool.
All right. So right, the first thing I just saw when I looked at this team, why do you have Mega Slowbro and your Shifu Rapid?
Because we can't have enough water, baby. Let's get it.
That's true. 2 water types isn't a problem. It's a solution.
Let's go.
Like immediately, I'm like, you're probably getting Volt Switched on then, right? But
I will say though, a Volt Absorber on the team with that would be very nice. There is not.
There's not one. There's Nidoqueen.
Oh, there's Yeah, and Rotamo, I guess.
Also, I'm gonna say the speed tiers look really good. 126,
Yes.
110, 98, 97, 80, 86, 76. All covered. Got the
Ta-
slow stuff too.
Talonflame is a demon spawn from hell. It's gonna run boots every game though, and that at least we know.
It is pretty much the only boots neater on the team, other than like Crustle maybe. But...
Crustal's maybe for the sturdy, I guess, right?
Big crust.
But it could also run shell armor instead, and then just run a defensive set. I've seen it. That means you have two
this
shell
team's
armors.
resists. This team's resists are actually kind of cracked. There's
Yeah.
almost nothing that it only has 2 resist to. Don't be fooled by ground. It has 2 levitators. But it's basically just flying is the only thing that has only the 1 resist to, and that's Kaparaja.
Yeah, the resists are good. And it has a decent, like, physical and special spread.
Yeah.
Momentum looks good. You got your Wish Passer. You got, I want to say 2 defogging options. I don't really count Talonflame. You're not going to do that. I guess you could.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
It's not a bad team.
Yeah. I like Aromatisse also. I gas up Aromatisse every day of the week. Really good Pokemon.
I definitely like the Steel Dragon Fairy and then Water Fire Grass Chorus as well. Even though the Water Fire Grass Chorus has 2 waters for whatever reason.
It's funny. Wait, what do you mean? Wait a minute, I don't understand.
They have 2 water types.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay. I get what you're saying.
Did they pick Slowbro and then your Shifu like back to back? That would be really funny to me.
I don't know. I don't think
I am
so.
a water trainer. Embrace me.
I'm checking right now.
Yeah, can you check that?
Who is it? Walreins, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Walreins picked Urshifu round 1, and then Hydreigon round 2.
So it wasn't.
And then Mega Slowbro.
So it was back to not back to back. True.
The squad.
I see.
I think this team is pretty well balanced, and I'm a little bit scared of it.
Didn't draft Walrein though. Did anyone
Did not
draft the mascot?
Yes.
EB did.
Yeah, EB did.
The Let's
For
Go Big
Chungus.
Chungus did.
Also, one small thing. Love Tauros, another one I would also gas up. Really
pretty,
good
like,
mon.
You don't really know what it's gonna do, kind of mon.
Yeah. All 3 abilities are phenomenal. You could run a Sash with Anger Point, and like, if you know a mon, like there are mons in the lower tiers that run moves like Frost Breath and Circle Throw that are guaranteed crits, and you literally could just capitalize
do you know
on that.
Funny? I saw Anger Points on Tauros, and I was like, oh, you could bring that into like your Shifu or something. Oh, they drafted your Shifu.
That's genius. Hella genius. Also, I will say this. I had a couple people come up to me and say, why is Type Null in Tier 6? And part of the reason why I feel like it is because, like, it has great stats. That's cute. But then its move pool is... It seems so fucking average. Like,
Does U-turn and Toxic pretty much.
that's
like,
it. Like, it's
I
really...
can set up substitutes in front of Type Null pretty free.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked. Like, it doesn't bring a lot to the table in that sense, IMO.
But yeah, slow momentum, very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not threatened by it at all, like in any way. It's just here to be slow momentum. It might as well be Cosmiom. Like it comes into click U-turn, maybe Toxic.
Literally. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next team.
Wait,
You guys talk.
MtE.
Yo,
Are you scared of this team?
no, definitely not.
Oh shit! Oh,
Wow.
we were kind of gassing this team up, and you hit us with a hard no.
The hard
I don't
no.
know.
Damn.
Nothing like. I don't feel like anything's just gonna fuck me randomly. It's kind of. It's like somewhat solid, but
You wait till
nothing...
Crustal shell smashes. Just...
Nothing pops out of the page that like, oh, I gotta worry about this or this. Fuck.
Interesting. All right, last team we got here. Las Vegas Low Punnies.
Didn't draft low penny.
Didn't draft Low Punny. Mega Low Punny banned. Feels bad.
They did draft my boy though. Off to a good start.
But what do we got? Oh yeah, Cineroar. What do we got here?
Oh, they sniped me too! God, this pissed me off. This one made me mad. Because I really wanted to not get Quagsire, but the prophecy came true that I had to get Quagsire every single draft league. I was trying to get Jellicent. I wanted it so fucking bad. And I just...
Did you say that you're jealous of their...
Yes! I am jealous of this team. And it was... The worst part was, it was going to be my next pick and everything. It was so heartbreaking. It was such a bad time.
Underrated. Every time I see Clefable get picked in draft league, I see it do well. Like, this thing, actually pretty insane tier 1. But people don't talk about it because it's kind of boring.
It's the best part of the team, IMO. I think it's better than anything else on this team. Even Skarmory.
I love that this man really picked Skarmory. I was like, shit, I don't want to get Magnet pulled by Magnezone, so he picks Magnezone.
True. That is a big brain play.
I mean, they only share one weakness, so I guess so. But...
Also a mon that I almost never see. It is one of the most forgettable Pokemon of all time. Say it with me now. Beheeyem. The most forgettable Pokemon ever. But it is...
Analytic and 40 speed and 125 attack, dude.
Analytic with 40 speed. Absolutely disgusting. This thing has... You could... If this thing was on my team, Expanding Force... Expanding Force Analytic Beheeyem with choice specs? Oh my god. What's the calc on that? Jesus Christ.
I like Beheeyem.
It's...
I actually like every pick on this.
I think that, yeah. I do like every pick on this team except for Hitmonchan, but we'll get to that.
Oh my god, Hitmonchan is lit. Why is it in tier 6? Anyway.
It's mid. Beheeyem...
No, it's not.
It is definitely mid. Beheeyem is quite the mon. Thwackey is an interesting tier 5 pick, because it's a great tier 6. Tier 5 is kind of it's an interesting sell. In this team's case, it kind of works out, because there isn't really a choice bander on the team that I can see. Maybe Zygarde? I don't really know what Zygarde does.
It clicks 1,000 arrows.
So I guess it is banded.
Choice band. Yeah, usually.
So I don't know. It's kind of a tough sell with Thwackey.
Thwackey, in the context of this team, I feel like Thwackey's actually kind of just here for momentum. Weirdly. Like I don't see something on the team that's like, oh, this is going to come into the grassy terrain and benefit from it in this way. I don't really see it. Unless there's something here that learns Grassy Glide and I don't know about it. But
yeah. Miltank.
Miltank, Grassy Glide.
I don't have to say anything else.
There's a lot of self-healing on this team with Clefable, Jellicent, Skarmory, Miltank. Like, I don't know why you really need the passive healing
and Thwackey.
Of grassy terrain.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's cool. It would help a Skarmory.
Skarmory's
sure.
flying, though.
Oh, you're right.
Although I guess when it roosts, it would get the extra 6%.
Yo.
But like, Skarmory has self-healing. The only thing I can see here that I'm like, that benefits from it is Magnezone. Healing off an Incineroar, I guess.
Does Beedrill learn Grassy Glide?
No, it's not a Gen 8 mon.
Right.
So, my conclusion about this team. Let's see. Pretty defensive. You've got Clefable, Skarmory, and Incineroar. I mean, that's just going to be a nightmare. Jellicent. And then Beedrill just comes in and clicks U-turn into one of those walls. You have to guess which one it's going to U-turn into. And that's going to be really hard.
Yeah. Hitmonchan sucks. Hitmonchan sucks. Hitmonlee is better.
It's not fucking Muhammad Ali, but it's also not like a tier 6.
Like it has 3 priority moves that I remember. It's like what, Bullet Punch, Mach Punch, and
Wave or something. I don't know. Something useless.
Oh, it learns Fake Out too. It's just that, like, bro. It's just...
You haven't given me a reason yet.
I'm waiting for it.
This thing eats shit to just about any fast flying type in the entire game. It does not, like, even with the speed...
fighting type, what?
But, like, I get it, but, like, most other fighting types would have enough speed and then Ice Punch to be able to deal with these threats, and this one cannot. It has 76 speed. Again, what I've said about Conkeldurr, I've said it about Throw. Any slow fighting type just flat out sucks, because that means that you are basically 76 is the dead zone. You can't Trick Room, you can't Scarf.
Like, It gets Iron Fist's Ice Punch. Like, you're not gonna switch a flying type into that.
But, like, a lot of teams are going to run U-turn. A lot of teams are running momentum in general.
It's a pretty good Assault Vest user, too. Like, its SpDef is 110. Then you get Drain Punch along with that, boosted by fucking Irons. Fucking Assault Vest, Rapid Spin. You resist rocks by default. The Rapid Spinning Stealth Rocks away is pretty good. The Rapid Spin boosts your speed, so whatever they switch in isn't going to revenge kill you that well. This is not a tier 6.
Also, it doesn't get knockoffs, so, like, ghost types, it just sits, it just loses. Like, Throat Chop is the only thing it has that I can see here. And that's also really bad. And, like, especially if it was a physical ghost type, you're in trouble. Surprisingly, Go Lurk, haha. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not convinced on Hitmonchan. I think it is a fine tier 6. But I definitely hate choosing slow fighting types on my team. If it's up to me. That is a personal gripe. It is all subjective at the end of the day. I think that the rest of this team is killer. Absolutely killer.
Very defensive team I am seeing here.
Yeah.
Alongside Beedrill and Zygarde.
And Magnezone's there too. Yeehaw.
I'm not sure about like the synergy between all the picks, but I definitely like all the picks individually. And I would be a little afraid, a little bit. Especially Zygarde.
Spooked, just a little, you know.
Zygarde might make me poop my pants a little bit.
Yeah, you need a grass type to switch into Zygarde, but then Beedrill is also there.
Wow. So that's all the teams. So like, okay. It's definitely hard to rank all these teams now that we've looked at them for like an hour and a half, but
I can't even remember.
But if I were to notice any standout teams that I particularly really like, definitely not my team. I made a disaster this time, but anyway. I do like your team, Peachfuzz. I do actually like it quite a bit. I think there's a couple things that I don't like, but like it's usually just, it's pretty much like the individual picks, not necessarily like the team synergy. The team synergy is absolutely amazing. The stats across the board feel really even laid out, but it's kind of hard to not have a Peachfuzz draft without an evenly laid out team in that sense. So
yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be well balanced and really weird to build with.
Yeah,
that is my kind of team.
Let's
Talk
see.
about my team since I'm here.
No, fuck your team. No.
I think the main thing I talked about was like the gimmick of Swoobat. That was pretty much what I got out of it. But I mean,
I think I looked at this team and I was like, Ghost resists. Like everything looks good outside of that.
Yeah. Off of stream, I talked about how I think Houndoom is kind of overrated. But I think that it's fine. And everything else is there. I mean, Houndoom, I get what you were dealing with because you were trying to get Absol and you didn't. So
okay, now I want your opinion of the leaked trade that I'm literally doing right now.
The leaked trade. What's the leaked trade?
So the team will be minus Mega Houndoom, minus Goodra, plus Megazard Y, plus Guzzlord.
Yeah, big fan. I'm in.
Megazard Y. I've always been waiting for someone to just blow up an entire league with Megazard Y, but it's never happened.
I genuinely think that Zard Y could do as much damage as X. As much.
Love the Keldeo Sun team as well. That's
also funny. I mean, you still have Sacred Sword. It's fine.
Yeah, the Sacred Sword. You can flip turnarounds. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it looks good to me. That doesn't sound like a problem at all.
Still a bit of a ghost problem, but you know.
Yeah, the ghost thing I get. I think I said something too though, didn't I? Was flying? Yeah. Flying is a problem.
We just looked at the weakness chart and we're like, look at these, because we had nothing else bad to say.
Yeah. But flying is definitely a thing that I would look out for. Flying's a problem. But I think bulk can help, but it depends on the matchup. Like, for example, I have Staraptor. You are getting fucked by Staraptor on your team right now.
He's got Shard Mamoswine, my guy.
Yeah, but that doesn't one-shot me, does it? With Band?
I don't know.
I don't think so. It might though.
Swords Dance.
It's interesting. Yeah. Well,
So
okay,
my
but then it's
pick-
not banned.
My pick for the best team in the league, I feel like, would have been Loner Lombre, but they don't. They're getting taken over, and there'll be trades, and I don't know.
Yeah,
But for
their
now,
team
I'm
is
gonna
quite
say,
nice.
This is my personal like. I want to draft this team. Is the Portland Pincers.
Yep, I was
Baby,
also. Yep.
Mega Altaria,
Yep.
Vikavolt, and Donphan strike again.
I'm a huge fan of Portland Pincers. I might say they're also number one for me.
Tier 2 Conkeldurr is insane!
It's fine. It's okay. But the only thing I would change from this team is Meg Cargo. I think everything else is good.
Oh, my cargo's broken, dude. It's either Stealth Rock or Shell Smash, and you have to guess.
It's
Let's go,
so
baby.
mid. Whatever. I think the rest of the team is phenomenal though. So that's a plus. I also do like the Sydney Scythers too.
Sydney Scythers? Yeah, I was building around them this week. It's tough out here. Definitely tough out here.
Mm-hmm. Regular Aggron. Good mon. Haha.
The
Yeah.
best flying switch in.
Is there anyone that stands out to you, Matt?
On like any team in particular, or that team?
Like any team that you particularly find stands out that you like.
Loner Lombre definitely looked pretty good.
Just checking something real quick to inflate my own ego. Hold up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, is it the Mammal Swine thing?
Alright, can't confirm. My team is the only one that has one of every type. Let's go, baby.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know if you've noticed,
What
but
type
like,
am I missing?
You're missing rock, and poison, and normal.
yeah,
Not that those are the most important types in the world.
Poison-
I'm just fucking around.
poison's kind of
Yo.
hard. There's not a lot of
Yo,
poison
toxic
ones to go
spikes?
around.
Toxic spikes,
Yo,
Kinda
toxic
good.
spikes. Actually, yeah.
The team that
Holy
I
shit.
like, I'm really kind of scared of Jacksonville Jibby Post.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely Garchomp Primarina is like terrifying. The breaking power of this team is pretty
And
wild.
yo, they got Heracross.
That's true.
Yeah.
The tier 3 Heracross.
Yo.
I forgot it was tier 3. That's insane.
I can't wait for it to be in the kill leaderboard, and then we can just be like, yeah, it's tier 2, right? Yeah, it's tier 2, right?
And they have Tox and Garchomp and Aerodactyl.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I think I really gripe with this team. I think it was before you here, but
Healing.
the defoggers are kind of like weird.
Healing too.
Oh,
Other
yeah.
than that,
Healing too.
yeah, this team really wants wish passing, but like the only wish passer is lick a tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me when the tongue is lick.
That's Mega Aggron too. Like, yeah, that team's definitely kind of scary.
Yeah, it's
Double prankster.
double prankster. Again, that was one after another. It's just so weird. Because it was at the end of the draft too. That was like last minute.
Like psych, this was my plan the whole time.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Yeah, I think that was a pretty successful stream, ladies and gentlemen. Both these people don't have YouTube channels. I think Peachfuzz does his
I
Twitch.
do not. No.
I do, but like,
I stalk on
I'm not-
YouTube. I don't like make any videos.
yeah, same. I don't make anything.
But well, wait, MtE, what do you have? You have
Huh?
yeah.
I have a YouTube. I don't make content, right?
I see. So go check out his YouTube channel, anyways.
Look it up.
I'll find a way to just DM him on Discord or something.
Twitch.tv/Peachfuzz is streaming.
Go watch
Fucking
my old
gang.
YouTube videos.
Um,
My old rap.
Let's see, let's
rap
go.
music
Oh,
videos.
the rap? Wait, hold up, link it.
Damn.
I don't know if I want to. Regrets.
I will also say this. If you haven't already subscribed to this YouTube channel, I have a feeling the Portland Pincers are going to 6-0 you, and they're going to 6-0 you with Meg Cargo specifically.
Yep, they're gonna shell smash up.
They're going to shell smash,
They're
and
gonna put rocks up on the Macargo and then shell smash out of nowhere.
you're going to lose to literally the worst Pokemon on their team. So you don't want to lose to that. So if I would subscribe if I were you. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all in hell next time.